Yo, is once again we're here at Triple Threat. It's Jared, aka JDZ. I got Nebs the Sauce, aka Nebelius, and back in the household again. He was gone for a while, but he's back. Got E Money, Eric. So today we're gonna talk about the trade deadline. You know, what better way to start off than after this crazy trade deadline that we just saw. So we're gonna break it down, kind of the winners and losers. So I guess let's just start off with some of the winners here. So obviously the first team we're gonna go with here, the winner being the Dallas Mavericks. I guess some people would say, I don't know. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let Eric kind of get into this one a little bit, just because he is a Knicks fan and everything. So go ahead and talk your stuff.
The Mavericks are winners because they got Kristaps, and they didn't even give up good players or any future. Because they get Kristaps, they're gonna have Kristaps and Doncic. They're gonna have nice players. They have cap space now. They're gonna be good. So the draft picks they gave up aren't gonna be as good then as they're gonna be better. So the draft picks are gonna be late round.
So the Dallas Mavericks, they get Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Courtney Lee, and Trey Burke. They gave up Wesley Matthews, Dennis Smith, DeAndre Jordan, a 2021 Dallas first-round pick, and a 2023 Dallas protected first-round pick.
So Dallas is going to be nice by then. So
right. So the picks
are going to be late-round picks.
Right.
And
that's if Kristaps stays, though. So, I mean, assuming that Kristaps stays.
Kristaps and Doncic are boys.
Right, they're going to be nice.
And Dirk's just going to be around Dallas because it's Dirk. He's just always going to be a presence there, even if he's not playing anymore.
Right.
And
they just all love each
other. I want to take a second here. Shout out to Luka Doncic. All right. He's so nice.
The GOAT, yeah.
That, honestly, the franchise drafted him, and it comes around to the trade deadline. There are no other starters left on the team. It's just Kristaps. It's just Luka. They traded away Dennis Smith, Harrison Barnes, DeAndre Jordan. All of them are gone. They don't care. They already know. This is what happens when you draft. This is what happens when you draft a game changer. He should have been number 1 pick. The Suns fucked up. the Hawks definitely fucked up.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I'm sorry, Trae Young. I'm sorry. You got to be Steph Curry for this to not look like a terrible
Even then,
trade.
Luka's like LeBron. So even if he's Steph Curry, he's still not going to be Luka. So, I mean, whatever.
I did want Luka and Kristaps to play together, but in New York.
We're going to take a second. We're going to go to my team right here. Another winner at the trade deadline, the Sixers. We got Tobias Harris for trading away. What did we trade away exactly? We traded away Landry Shamet, R.I.P. He was nice. Wilson Chandler, Muscala, not that good. We traded away our lottery protected pick in 2020. It's going to convey because we're going to be nice by then. Then we traded Miami's first round pick unprotected. That could be a pretty solid pick, but the Heat might end up not tanking since they don't have their pick. We traded our 2021 first. Once again, it's going to be a late round pick. And a second. We traded 2 second round picks. For Tobias Harris and Bobbin, we now have another all-star caliber player in our lineup. And we have a good backup big now. Bobbin, I believe, has one of the highest PERs of all time. Thank you very much.
Boban.
And Mike Scott, who I'm not really sure how to feel about him right now. But, he can't be any worse than Muscala. That's how I look at this.
Bro. Let's not talk about Muscala right now, all right? Okay? We're going to wait. I'll talk about Muscala here in a little bit, all right? Let's just finish with the winners. All right, so we got the Bucks. The Bucks. Nah, it wasn't like anything crazy. Hold on, let me find. Where are you at? There he is. Okay, so the Bucks get Mirotic. They gave up Jason Smith, Stanley. This is actually a 3-team trade. So the Bucks only gave up Don Maker. And they got Mirotic. And Mirotic is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. He's pretty good. He was really good on the Pelicans. He's kind of like a sleeper pick, so I said he was I called the Bucks a winner because they didn't need to make any moves, and they still did, and they actually picked up someone that's going to benefit their team.
They got rid of a player who demanded a trade from them. Don Maker demanded a trade about, I believe, a couple weeks ago.
Right.
and they picked up Mirotic, who is much better than him,
Right.
for giving up the much worse player. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
Pretty much the best way to put it.
Thon Maker not even gonna start on Detroit.
No.
Like they got Drummond and Blake. Like,
Mm-mm.
where's he going? He's still coming
Nah,
off the
he won't
bench.
play. So then we also had the Clippers, and the Clippers being that they gave up. Where are the Clippers on here? So they got Zubac and they got Michael Beasley, two of my Laker guys. I'm kind of sick about losing Zubac, but the Clippers are a winner because they opened up so much cap space and they're getting ready for free agency. Now, people do want to play in LA, but it appears to be on the Clippers, not the Lakers for whatever reason. But you know,
LeBron James.
They
LeBron
want to beat.
James.
They want to beat LeBron.
they
Not
want
play
to
with
yeah,
him.
no one wants to play with LeBron James, so I don't know.
They just want to.
I don't know what that says to him in his career or his legacy, but you know that's a story for another day. So the other winner, our last winner here on the board, we got the Raptors they traded away Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, C.J. Miles, and a 2024 second round pick for Marc Gasol. Now Marc Gasol, I would say he's definitely an upgrade for Valanciunas, considering how injury prone Valanciunas has been over the course of the last few years. I think putting Marc Gasol on the team is definitely great veteran leadership, obviously, and someone who is a very talented passer, which they could use at the big man position, considering Jonas was never known for that. Anyone have anything to say about the Marc Gasol pickup?
That was a very low key pickup, but it was very solid for them because now they basically are going all in for 1 year, try to get Kawhi to be like, yo, this is gonna be your team. We're gonna try to do this 1 year because I believe Lowry's contract's up next year. I believe Marc Gasol's contract's up this next year, and I mean obviously Kawhi Leonard's contract's up next year. So they can have one big shot at a championship, show them how intense, how much they want to win, what they want to do for Kawhi. And then if Kawhi chooses to stay, they can let Kyle Lowry and Marc Gasol go if it doesn't work out, and then build again, maybe try to get another all-star player to come join Kawhi in Toronto instead of having him leave to LA or New York or wherever.
Anything, money?
They got big mans galore in Toronto right now. They got Siakam, Ibaka, and Gasol now. And Gasol, you can run a high-low, set him up high. You can
Right.
shoot, pass, rebound. So he's going to do everything for you. It's like Valanciunas could score and get some rebounds for you, but Mark definitely has a jumper and is more aggressive and can see the floor better.
Sure. Now, so that was all of our winners. Our clear-cut winners for the trade deadline. Now we got a couple teams here that we have on the fence because I feel like it's time will tell whether or not they're winners or losers. So go ahead, E, because I got the Knicks on the fence here.
So the first on the fence team is the Knicks. I'm not really buying into it right now because I think our trade was really bad because the draft picks are going to be late round, and they're putting so much into what ifs. Like we need to be a top 3 team in the lottery and win it to get a chance at Zion or RJ, and then we're gonna need them to attract people. And with our management right now in front office, I really don't see people wanting to come to New York and play. And if we don't get 2 huge game changers, not just decent guys, we need 2 huge game changers for this to be a good trade. Otherwise, we just put all our faith in nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, wait, but what if you just get one player? What if you get hypothetically, you get Kevin Durant and you get Zion in the lottery. I mean, I would say that's a win. I would say that trading Kristaps was worth that.
But it's still not enough to compete. We could have had Kristaps and then gotten those guys.
But let's say you have
Because-
Kristaps. Let's say you you don't trade Kristaps, but you get KD. You still enough to compete.
But then we still have the same draft.
And you
pick
don't
we
have
had
the cap space though. Okay, you get Zion too. So Kristaps, KD, Zion.
That's a squad.
That's a squad, but all right. So see how I see it is right now the Knicks are losers right now
It's
currently.
just too many
So
what ifs.
okay, yeah, it's a lot of what ifs. They opened up so much cap space to be able to land any free agent, but the thing is, are they going to come to New York? As E Money was saying. So yeah, I think they're going to draft probably Zion Williamson if they finish at the if they get the number 1 pick. I think Zion will definitely attract someone to New York, or definitely has potential to.
Zion's
Obviously,
not nice. He's going to attract someone without playing a single second in the NBA.
I mean, yo, he is nice.
I mean,
So-
he is nice, but
all right, look,
like,
I'm just saying he's like okay. As we know, like Zion is definitely like
I mean, it's not like he's going to detract away from him, but I'm like,
Yeah,
is
okay,
Kevin Durant gonna be like, yo, they got Zion.
yeah, they got
so I'm
Zion.
gonna go.
Somehow. I think it's more so like okay, yeah, it's people love New York City, love playing Madison Square Garden, but yeah, I think the ownership of the New York and just the management in general is definitely like a toxic environment, and it's definitely deterring some people. I know, right? Maybe I should have used a different word.
Nah,
No,
it's
but
not
definitely-
It's not
appropriate.
good. It's not good.
But it's definitely, deterring free agents from wanting to play in New York. So, I don't know. Depending how the offseason goes, the Knicks are on the fence for me. So, the other team that I put on the fence, I just have Orlando because they traded for Markelle Fultz. Now, everyone's probably like, oh, Markelle Fultz, he's a bust, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But see, with Markelle Fultz, we don't know what he's going to be. He's played how many games?
33.
33 games. He's played 33 games. Like, we don't know. And he has a very serious injury to his shoulder, because it's, with his nerves in his shoulder and it's kind of altering his shot. But, give him another year, let him recover. We're going to see what happens. Like, maybe the Sixers regret trading him so early, or maybe they did. Maybe they made the right decision. I guess time will tell. Now, the moment I've been waiting for, the losers. So,
Tell him how you feel.
the Lakers fucked up. If I could just put that as easily, that's pretty. I can't say it any other way. So, yeah, the Pelicans screwed us over. I mean, we made them a godly offer. We traded away the whole team. Literally, I'm not even like we traded away the entire team, as everyone probably saw. And they said no, they wanted more. So now, with us not being able to complete the trade, our chemistry is terrible. And as we speak, we're getting how much are we losing by the Celtics? Okay, we're down. That's not bad.
You really got bombed by 40 the other night, though.
Yeah, we got bombed by 42, obviously, to the Pacers. So, like, it looks like there's definitely some chemistry issues, And then we traded away Zubac, who was playing great for us, and Michael Beasley for Mike Muscala. For Mike Muscala, that was our trade deadline asset right there. We traded away Zubac, who I personally think is better than Muscala, and Michael Beasley, who's whatever, to get Muscala. Oh, don't worry though. We are targeting for Carmelo Anthony. Okay.
Don't hate on my man.
We're targeting for
Don't-
Carmelo
don't-
Anthony.
don't hate
Okay.
on my man.
He's gonna turn this whole season around. I'm telling you, as soon as he gets here, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I don't know what the Lakers are doing right there.
Yeah. So the Lakers trade deadline was abysmal. It was complete ass. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen in free agency. No one's gonna come. No one wants to play with LeBron. Yeah. So the Lakers, things are not panning out the way that I thought they were. So let's move on from them. So obviously the Pelicans to me are losers as well. They did nothing at the trade deadline. They kept AD. But- They
lost
trade away
Mirotic.
Mirotic, but maybe they're not losers though because they hold off and they get a really good trade in the summer possibly from the Celtics or something. We'll see.
Well, apparently the Celtics were rumored to be offering, what was it, Jason Tatum and Horford. And I mean,
That's
might,
it?
Jason Tatum.
What is-
It was like Jason Tatum, Horford, and like the Kings pick, and like it was another player. Oh, Robert Williams.
That's still better than losing AD.
But that's not even better than the Lakers trade offer. I'm
It's
sorry,
not.
that's not even
Tatum,
better.
yo?
Yeah, that's not so. That is not better than the Lakers
If they
trade
like,
offer.
okay, all right, you think about this. They get Lonzo, who doesn't want to play there, who they've already been open like he doesn't want to play
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right.
So you're gonna have
Even
to, so
even if you get rid of Lonzo, okay, you still got Kuzma, Ingram, Rondo, Beasley, Zubac,
okay, but
and
that's
those
a team.
picks.
That's a team that's like trying to compete right now. Like they're not gonna do anything with that.
What are they gonna do with Jason Tatum and Al Horford?
They can well,
They
not
can
Al
build
Horford,
around
but they
Al
can Jason
Horford's dumb
Tatum. They
old
can build
already.
around Jason Tatum.
They could build around Kuzma, Ingram, Rondo,
But
and all
if they
that
might
too.
not
Like,
like
they
them like that. Okay,
Are
well,
they gonna like
okay,
that?
Rondo's got 1 year left on his deal, and he left the Pelicans last year. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna stay. I think.
done that.
I think he's gonna
done
leave.
that.
All right, that was my thought on the Pelicans. Now we're gonna move forward to what Jared has as our next losers, the Washington Wizards. You want to tell them a little bit why you think they're losers?
Why are they losers? Well, a few reasons. So, I believe that one of the reasons that they are losers is because now, since John Wall ruptured his Achilles, doing whatever he was doing in his home, they are now stuck. Like, okay, so they have Bradley Beal, and they're gonna have him for 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure he's definitely not gonna re-sign. I mean, he really shows no interest. Like, he does not want to play there. You can just see like in his tone when he plays in the game. Like, I think maybe they could have tried to at least make a move with him, see what they can get out of it, and maybe just try to start the rebuild because I think John Wall is done. Honestly, I don't think he's ever gonna come back the same. They also got rid of Markieff Morris right here. And their picks for Wesley Johnson. So, adding Wesley Johnson, no ankles. I mean, I don't understand what he's supposed to do.
He's not supposed to do anything. They just did that to get salary,
right. So, and then they traded away Otto Porter, who they just signed like last year on this ridiculous contract.
Because they realized they were stuck. They would have kept the team had John Wall not gotten injured. If John Wall had not gotten injured, they would have had the whole team still. Not saying that they would have been anything special, but they wouldn't have ended up trading.
I think if John Wall got injured, they probably should try to make something happen.
Just blow it up at that point. Because you're stuck with him for this contract for a couple of years, unless they can void it somehow if he was doing something stupid he wasn't supposed to be doing. And then they don't have enough cap space to build around Beal right now with all the money locked up. Right. So they should have tried to get rid of him, get some assets for the future.
They can still trade Beal, though.
But they have to wait now, like...
Yeah, they have to wait till the summer, but I mean that's not like it's not like he could just walk. He could stay. He can literally stay. All right, here's what I think is going to end up happening. Right, so the Pelicans still are not going to try, or they're going to try to get their best offer for Anthony Davis, whether that's from the Celtics, the Lakers, like whoever, and they might end up not sending Anthony Davis to LA. But if Anthony Davis really wants to go to LA, maybe the Lakers end up trading for Beal, having Beal and LeBron next season, and then trying to get Anthony Davis next summer when he's actually a free agent, if that's actually where he wants to be. So they're not. I mean, they're stuck. As the only real way I see the Wizards are stuck is they're just stuck with John Wall's contract. But they can do anything, essentially. They traded away Porter, so they got out of his contract. They got Jabari Parker, who they have a team option on. They probably won't pick it up. They got Portis, I mean, whatever. And
they make someone's nose.
Yeah. And they got... and they're going to just probably end up trading Beal, because Beal's probably not going to sit through another season without John Wall and without any help. But they're probably going to try to re-sign their young center, Thomas Bryant, who hasn't been bad. So they might try to keep him. And that might be they might try to build, not build around him, but they'll just have him as a piece on their team.
Is Dwight a 1-year deal?
Dwight is a 1-year deal. Like, so they're pretty much just getting, they're pretty much doing.
Jabari Parker.
He's got a team option, so he'll be gone. Because I highly doubt they pick him up for $20 million a season. So, I think they did well, honestly, to get out of Porter's contract. The only thing that really fucked them was basically just John Wall getting hurt, and I mean that could have happened at any time. So I mean they're losers for that. I don't know what John Wall was doing. If he just slipped in the bathtub or what, I don't know. I don't know how you tear your whole Achilles.
Yeah, he busted his ass.
But they said, all right. So he opted to get this surgery, and there was he opted to get this surgery because it would be a decreased risk of tearing his Achilles. And then get this, there was an infection with it, and then a couple weeks later, then he fucked his shit up, and that's when he tore his Achilles. So, I don't know. Now his kneecap's messed up, and now his Achilles messed up. So, I don't know. As a very athletic, he relies so much on his athleticism, that may or may not be the end. If he can put a shot together, he's always been a great passer. But
he ain't putting no shot together. He's been in the league for how long already?
You don't know. Derrick Rose started putting his shot together.
That's facts.
Derrick Rose started putting his shot together.
That's facts.
I'm not saying he could. That's probably the last of John Wall we saw. Right, yeah, I hope it's not John Wall. If for some reason you're listening to this, I hope you come back. And I hope you come back and you kill shit.
He gonna leave a comment yeah, funny guy. I'm gonna catch you.
I hate to see injuries.
We're not too far from Washington. You go come find us.
I hate to see injuries.
I'll see you around, bro.
All right. I wish the best for you, but I don't know. Prove me wrong.
All right, so yeah, that was the Wizards there. So let's hop into the next loser, which is the Miami Heat. All right, so how are Miami Heat losers? I'll tell you. So How are they not? Okay, so to start off, this has nothing to do with the trade deadline, but you're the Miami Heat who does not have a single all-star or superstar on their team, but they have the highest payroll in the league. That's your first mistake. And then you have someone like Tyler Johnson making damn near $20 million a year, also Wayne Ellington. You trade both of them to get Ryan Anderson, who's making $20 million a year this year. So you saved, what, $6 million in cap space? For what? Ryan Anderson has done nothing so far this season. He can shoot, but has not shown it this season. He's been injured. So that's why they're losers to me. They're paying people entirely too much. Everyone's contracts on that team is very bad. I would say the best contract right now is probably like Justice Winslow because he's playing the best. And he's being paid less than everyone else for the most part.
He's on my rookie contract.
Yeah. And then they were talking about getting rid of Dragic like right before the trade deadline. I don't think it happened. No, it didn't. Dragic is still there with his awful contract. And
let's be real. Dragic deserves to be an all-star for Ben Simmons.
Stop playing. Tobias Harris got snubbed from the All-Star game. That's all I gotta say.
Nah.
Get him in.
Ryan Anderson is a bum.
All right, well that's
a bona fide bum.
That's why the Miami Heat are losers to me.
I don't know why the Heat are paying so many average players so much money.
Because people, it's hard to come by.
Much. It's not
good
hard to come by
players,
Tyler Johnson, yo. I swear to God, TJ McConnell could go there and get $15 million a season.
Probably,
like that is the type of contracts they give out.
Pat
Like that
Riley's
is terrible.
mad gracious.
Like that is like what are these guys doing? Like they're doing the exact opposite. Like whatever. They literally remind me of like a couple years ago when the salary cap jumped up and Kevin Durant went to the Warriors that year when all these ridiculous contracts were being handed out to all these trash players just because teams had money.
Hassan Whiteside making $25 million. Ryan Anderson making $20.4 million.
Oh my God.
Goran Dragic $18 million. James Johnson. You tell me James Johnson should be making $15 million a year, and then he's gonna be making $16 in 2021.
Dion
Waiters, Josh Richardson. Look, Justice Winslow, who's been balling out. Like him and Josh Richardson have been the most consistent players on the team this season, and they're being paid the less.
They're basically all right. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna basically in whatever 2 seasons by 2021, their whole team is gonna just be James Johnson is going to be Justice Winslow and Josh Richardson, and everyone else is going to be gone because there is no way they're going to make this mistake again and keep every. Oh, and Bam. Yeah, yes, I didn't mean to say Bam too. I like Bam. Those 3 players. That's the players they're going to build around. I mean, all of them are cool. I mean, since Justice Winslow's been moved to point, he's been balling. I give him that. The other players are cool, but to me, they're not like franchise centerpiece you build around these players.
Oh, no. I think Hassan Whiteside, they're not re-signing him after that.
No.
Like his contract's absurd.
He's got a player option though. He's
Ryan
gonna pick
Anderson's gonna be gone. Goran Dragic, he'll be gone. He'll probably get traded in the summer if possible. James Johnson.
They're gonna have to salary dump him, but they don't even have their picks to dump him.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. They look damn. It looks kind of slim for the Heat as far as championship. Like you might be able to make the playoffs in the East as like a bottom tier team.
Look at this!
Yeah, that's.
Oh my God, that is so awful. You're
is...
telling me your team that does not have a single All-Star, and you're paying more money than a team that has 5 All-Stars. Well, 4 this season. Well, 5 All-Stars they've been All-Stars. You know what I mean? But, bro, that is so bad.
OKC, Toronto, Portland, Houston, Milwaukee. See,
all these teams are significantly better than everyone on the Heat.
All these teams have a star player. Even Memphis, Mike Conley and Marc Gasol were much better. Like come on now.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte. Oh my gosh.
New Orleans has AD in there.
Look at Philly at 21. Philly's about to be the highest. We're about to pay more than the Warriors in the next 3 seasons. We're probably going to have to pay $300 million for our team in a season or 2. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're not talking about the Sixers right now. We're talking about the Heat and their fucked up ass contracts.
Right.
And at least, I don't know. At least it's not going to be for too much longer. That's what you got. You got some okay young players.
They got the Dragon.
Then there's Hassan Whiteside who decides to show up whenever the fuck he feels like it. And
Too much.
Yeah, the Heat are some losers.
Yeah, the Heat are definitely some losers, man. So, our next loser, keep this one pretty quick. We had the Hornets. Now, the Hornets, obviously, they just have been losers the entire season.
They've been
Unless you're
losing
Kemba.
since they drafted
Yeah,
Kemba.
they've been losing since they drafted Kemba, so poor Kemba's kind of been wasting his career there. They definitely had a shot at Marcus Gasol. Turns out, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And Marcus Gasol ended up in Toronto. So, adding Marcus Gasol definitely wouldn't have been a nice addition for Kemba. Maybe get some kind of help there. But, that
At least
didn't
show
happen.
him
Yeah, at
that-
least show him that you're trying. But, you couldn't even pull the trigger on that. So, yeah, Kemba, he's probably gone this offseason. I don't even want to say probably. I want to kind of almost guarantee that he will not be coming back to Charlotte. So, yeah. So, that's we'll keep it short there. So, that was our winners and losers. The trade deadline, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We definitely going to be bringing you more always. So if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment, leave us your thoughts.
Follow us
And
on Twitter.
follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all Triple Threat, at all Triple Threat on Twitter and Facebook. Go give us a follow. So thank you guys for listening, and it's been real.